Now, unfortunately, I have to talk about something that's not positive again.
Well, the waters are a bit muddy on this one, but, you know.
Yes, there's two articles we'll talk about. So, earlier this week, this article came out, exclusive from the Star. Scottish Giants Rangers considering swoop for Sheffield Wednesday star. Sheffield Wednesday attacker Jedi GASSAMA has raised eyebrows with some of his performances since moving to England. The Mauritian, who joined Owls from Paris Saint-Germain in 2023, has gone on to play 84 times, getting 16 goals and assists, becoming a favourite amongst Wednesdayites along the way. But now GASSAMA has entered into the final year of his deal at Hillsborough, and there is understandably growing interest in him, spurred on by the club's dire financial circumstances that have seen them default on payments to players, HMRC and other clubs. Reports recently suggested interest from Blackburn Rovers, and the Star understands that a number of Championship clubs are keeping tabs on the 21-year-old, but are believed to be very keen on him at present are Scottish Giants Rangers. The player is believed to be very happy at Hillsborough and is by no means pushing for an exit. However, his contractual situation, coupled with Deshvan Chansiri's need for income, could lead to offers being considered should they come forward. It remains to be seen at this point in time whether the Gers will come forward with an official bid, but it is thought that he is one of the names that they are considering him as an option ahead of the 25-26 campaign. GASSAMA isn't the only player at Wednesday believing to be attracting interest at this point in time, with other young players such as Caelan Cole-Cadamartri, Sasora Kakai and Romaro Collins all on the brink of sealing exits from S6, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Now, that was going to be it, Jack. We were going to talk about the rumours of it's 2.5 million from Rangers. It barely touches the sides because apparently there's quite a heavy sell-on clause with PSG.
Yep.
So we'd probably clear just about $1 million and a half. That would all pretty much go into the wages. So we'd lose our best asset with, well, one of our best assets. Pierce Charles is probably up there as well. But we'd lose him, real star last season, for basically just to pay the wages that we can't pay, which wouldn't have been fantastic. It still could happen, but just before sitting down to record this podcast on this very warm day,
yes,
the Star, with another exclusive, says, why the hold up on Jedi GASSAMA's switch from Sheffield Wednesday to Rangers? Jedi GASSAMA is with Rangers ahead of his proposed move from Sheffield Wednesday, but is yet to be announced. So that he's there, right? Medical, etc.
Yeah.
Done. Let's read the rest of this article. As previously reported by the Star, the two teams have agreed terms on the sale of the talented Mauritian, with the player also having finalised his personal agreement with the Scottish Giants. The 21-year-old has undergone and passed a medical, bidding farewell to his Owls teammates too. Since Monday, he's been told not to train because of his pending switch, and he's already met with Rangers managers and players, who were also at St George's Park for pre-season prior to his switch to the Ibrox. But the deal is not finalised, and it is understood that despite much documentation being completed, it has not yet been signed off by Wednesday owner Deshvan Chansiri, leaving the transfer in limbo. It has previously been reported by the Star that there is growing interest in the Owls from multiple potential buyers, and it wouldn't be a big leap to suggest that a new owner would be reticent to lose a player with GASSAMA's potential. It is understood that there is currently lots happening behind the scenes in what has become a bit of a scramble to try and get a deal done to buy the club, and the suggestion is that at least a couple of potential buyers are eager to try and get something wrapped up quickly in order to start remedying the club's current struggles. American billionaire John Textor is one of the names to have an interest in the Owls, while the publication is also aware of one other serious contender with links to Monaco. Many are hoping that Chansiri's tenure as an owner and chairman with the club is coming to an end. We've seen in previous deals how new owners want to make their own decisions on players, especially those with high ceilings, and the delay over GASSAMA's Rangers switch could be about more than just a signature at this point. End quote. Jack, please let this happen.
Yep.
I don't want him to go to Rangers. I feel like it still will happen, but please.
Can I just add to this discussion as well? Sky Sports Scotland at 10:52 yesterday
on Friday
in the morning,
the 11th.
On Friday the Thursday. Yesterday at 10:52 a.m. On the 10th, Rangers are weighing up a move for Hull City winger Abu Kamara. Oh look, this is potentially not happening with Jedi GASSAMA, and suddenly they're looking at Abu Kamara from Hull City. To me, this feels like maybe it's a bit more than just, Chancery's forgotten to do a bit of paperwork, because if every single thing has been agreed in terms of the sale of the player, and then he's not signed off on it to finalise it, it feels to me like one of the new potential owners has stepped in and said, hang on a minute, don't you dare. He's got a lot of potential, and we're not losing him for that, and we want to keep him at the club. And
we're going to talk about that ownership in a different topic. Let's talk about GASSAMA.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there'll be Rangers fans,
he's like,
if this is a clip, they'll be tuning into this.
Yeah.
2.5 million for him would be an absolute steal, which is why I want to see this blocked.
Absolute daylight robbery, frankly. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely, utterly ridiculous of a fee for
I know he's played for a struggling Sheffield Wednesday side, but his age and his potential and how well he played last season, in this market, he is worth 5 million plus. Honestly, I'd have probably been comfortable with literally 5 million more, 7.5 million for him with incentives. That's what I'd be looking at.
Yeah.
That is literally what I'd have been looking at. And the fact that it's been blocked, supposedly it is being blocked, it might still see movement because Chancery might want, look, if Chancery needs to keep the club going, he's going to have to sell players.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't want to see it happen, because it might indicate that Chancery is off, which would be amazing for the club's potential. But GASSAMA is somebody, if I was buying that club, I'd be like, no, put the brakes on it.
Yep.
He is not going.
Yep. He's very much an asset to that club. We're not losing him. No. Yeah.
Or I would say renegotiate.
Yep.
I say if you're going to sell him before we come in, we need more of a kickback on him, because that is stupid.
Yeah.
That is because I think the fee to PSG could be 30 to 50%. I don't think it's 50, but it'd probably be like
it'll be 30%. A lot. I think it's a lot. A percentage. Yeah.
Which would mean that we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Rangers, if you do get GASSAMA, you've got a good player on your hands. He might need time, but
I'd say he's ready to go now, personally, for that league anyway.
Yeah, towards the last end of the season, you could see him struggling in certain games, but in a good side, he'd flourish.
Yeah, definitely.
I could see him being in a situation where he goes to Rangers, and in 2 years, I'm not saying Rangers aren't like a European giant, but like, your typical sort of, I could see him getting a 15 to 20, probably even a 30 million pound move. He could be with his age and his potential, he could be one of those players. He could be one of those only players that Wednesday have had in a long time.
Yep.
And I'd rather not see it happen through Rangers. I'd rather see it happen through Sheffield Wednesday. If we're going to lose him, I'd rather see us lose him and get the money for it with the sell on to the other club. I'd rather not we get money from that deal. I'd rather have the sell on when we sell him.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Yeah.
Rangers would be in for a hell of a player. But potentially we keep him, Jack, and that's what we both want. I think that's what all the fan base
100%.
wants.
I think the entire fan base don't want to lose him. And